When you compare Thai people who have the best possible educations with the United States students, you are mostly better than them. And that's true for all Thai students, not just me. It's not like I'm above average and I'm better than anyone. It's just every Thai students who went to the United States, who have gone to the United States are so great.
How do you see Thailand right now?
Chaotic. Global politics issues, right? Conflicts between countries and Thailand with Cambodia. Especially internal conflict, that's something that's slow us down very, very much. But now you're addicting to the phone and you're not blaming yourself. Right? You're addicting to like sweet cake, boba tea, but you're not restraining yourself. You are as an addict as those people who are addicted to the real drugs. The easier thing is, oh, I don't have time to exercise. Well, that's not true. Can you make time to breathe? Yes. If you don't breathe, you die. So this kind of motivation you need to have, because otherwise you won't be able to do it.
So welcome to AM Hour. It's an honor for me to have you here on my show today.
Thank you very much. It's also my honor as well.
So could you please introduce yourself a bit?
Yeah, my name is Tanny Yovarnt. You can call me Tan. I don't need to be called doctors or anything at all. And I specialize in lung diseases, ICU care, and also the most advanced specialization in my field is lung transplantation. So I need to know more about immunology. That's actually my specialty anyway, which most people don't know about it. And I also specialize in sleep medicine.
So currently you are living in the US?
Yes, currently.
For how long and where?
I'm currently in Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia is one of the states in the United States. It's not the country. It's different. It has the same name though, but
The country is in Europe.
Correct, yes.
For how long have you been there?
I've been there right now for about 12 years. So after I graduate medical school in Thailand, I graduated from Chulalongkorn University. Then I served the government for about 3 years, and then I spent an extra 1 or 2 years just studying and doing some private practice. And during that time, I studied to go abroad.
I think there might be a lot of medical students who see you as a model that they want to go live abroad, consider like everything that's going on in Thailand.
Gotcha.
Especially with the healthcare system that might not be perfect in Thailand. So they think like, okay, it's better off living abroad. First of all, my question is that, honestly, do you think being in the US is better than in Thailand?
Well, anywhere will have pros and cons. So in the US, you obviously have more independence. And you can, well, it depends. Depends on what you want in life. So United States can give you more independence and things are easy to get around, but they're also more expensive in some way. It depends on what states you're in. You can voice your political viewpoint. You can criticize anyone freely without having any PDPA issues like in Thailand. That's the good things about it because it's a country of free speech. However, it depends on who you talk about. Right now, you probably heard about the Trump's government. Like there might be some issue with that as well. So if you want to voice yourself freely, it has to be something that's go align with the government's policies. But in Thailand, well, you're in Thailand for quite some time now, so you won't be able to notice any difference if you stay here. But the only way you're going to know the difference is when you go abroad and spend some time in different countries. For instance, maybe I would say at least 3 months, because the first month is the adjustment part. You're going to adjust yourself to the new environment, but you will not know much about the difference in the first month. It has to be second or third month before you start seeing something.
Oh, take me back to how did you end up being in the US?
Gotcha.
You've mentioned that you went to Chulalongkorn and then you served the government.
Correct.
For 3 years. I think that's most of the medical students, right? But then what made you distinct from other students that you end up in the in the US?
Well, my parents graduated from the United States, so they went for to further their education over there. And I thought about it because, well, the most advanced technology or the highest possible knowledge is right there. So myself, I want to be there as well. So that's in the back of my mind for a very long time. So after I am done with serving the government for 3 years, most of my friends will say, should you go for application for residencies in Chulalongkorn University or different universities? Or most of one of my friends who wanted to go to the United States, they already prepared long time ago. So they're done with all the examinations, so they can apply. Me, no, I haven't prepared anything at that point. So, I thought about it, but I'm sure I'm not going to study here in Thailand. I want to go abroad for sure. So I spent an extra year or two, try to cramp all the exam in, and then I went there.
A lot of Thai students, they don't realize like how good they are. Can you give the honest review, like what are their potentials to be there? Because we don't know, comparing to the global stage where we are on that map.
I would say this, in general, the educational system here is not that great, to be honest with you, because I was not aware of this when I was in high school, because I was from Tremodom High School, and everyone is so great, and they're so smart. And when we look at our examination score, when we try to go into university, it's like, okay, I have 90%, you got 100% correct, we are like 88 something percent. And when you look at the average for the country, for certain subjects, like 40%, 20%, like even like for instance, math, I got like 95%, and my friends like 100, but the average for the country is 22%, or something like that. So it must be something wrong with the educational system here in Thailand, which I don't know how we would improve that. However, for certain subgroup of Thai students, if they have enough opportunity to be in a very good school and they have good parenting, their score is pretty high. And they're very smart. When you compare Thai people who have the best possible educations with the United States students, you are mostly better than them. Because when I first got there, the first thing I was worrying about is I might not be good enough. But it turns out that I don't even have to try to get very good score over there. Whatever question they ask is easy for me. I don't have to study hard. I just study a little bit and I already surpassed them. And that's true for all Thai students, not just me. It's not like I'm above average and I'm better than anyone. It just every Thai students who went to the United States, who have gone to the United States, are so great. They're very smart.
The next question is targeting to both the parents and the student that may think about, like dreaming about going to the US.
Right.
What should they do in order to prepare themselves?
It depends on what professions you're talking about. I can only say about my professions because I don't know much about business or biochemists. I already know about healthcare, like doctors. So if you want to become a doctor in the United States, what you have to do, obviously, you try to immerse yourself with the experience of what the United States looks like, right? For instance, like ask around doctors who graduate from the United States, so they can tell you different stories of their experience and how they got there in the first place. Second thing, obviously, you need to be smart, right? If you get bad score, how would they accept you? Because they don't know you, so you have to prove yourself. The third thing is now becoming more and more important is that, score are not as important as it was before, because these days the examination are classified as passed or failed. So you pass, everybody else pass, right? So you need to try to make yourself a little bit more distinctive, such as you want to do, when you want to have some research paper under your name, and it has to be a good research, not just like crappy one, because people always want to think about, okay, I published tens of thousands of research paper, but they're all crappy. That doesn't count, right? Or you do something outside study. For instance, I was a chairperson of the Asian Medical Student Conference, which I organized during my medical students year. So there were 400 students all around Asia participating. So that's showing them like I have leadership skill and how to manage I can juggle a lot of balls during the same period of time, which means during that time I'm still studying. I have to skip class to do this activity, and I can manage both. So both are all good. So this kind of thing that they can look for you. And then the final step, you want to get to the very, very top tier university like Ivy League, for instance. The question they can ask you or look for the quality in your resume or you yourself is, how would you change the world? It's not just how good you are or how would the university help you. It's just like, okay, if you graduate from here, what will you do to the world to make it better? You have to be very ambitious. You cannot just be, okay, I'm going to study here. It looks good. The building looks nice. My dad graduated from Harvard. It makes no sense.
What was your answer to that question back then?
Back then, they didn't ask me this question because I was not applying for the Ivy League, because during that time I was not prepared at all. I didn't even know like how to get in that Ivy League. I thought good score would be enough, but actually it's not. So I didn't prepare much, so I end up going to one of the hospital that most of the top Thai people goes to. It's called Albert Einstein Medical Center in Philadelphia. Initially, I did not even apply for that hospital because historically, the one who they accept has to be ranked number 1 or ranked number 2 among the classes. And I was not. I was probably like 13th or something like that. But luckily, I have friends who was summa cum laude in my class. And she said, okay, since you are visiting the town, why don't you just apply for this university? I said, holy moly, man. I'm not as good as you. How would they accept me? There's no way, right? And she said, okay, let me bring your profile to the program director and see if he's interested. And then he's interested. So I apply. And then I got in. It's sometimes you need friends or luck to help you out.
So you have been a great student, but not really like a top.
I'm not that
comparing
top.
to that global stage.
Correct.
We are gonna move on to the next topic, which is a bit bigger and more current.
Gotcha.
Is that about everything that you get to learn, especially living abroad? I'm fortunate to get to talk to you who like have a broader perspective because you are living in the US and you are perceiving Thailand from the outside view. How do you see Thailand right now?
Chaotic. You have to admit, right now with everything else going on, like global politics issues, right? Conflicts between countries, and Thailand with Cambodia, right? We have conflicts, internal conflicts, especially internal conflict. That's something that's slow us down very, very much. Because, well, if you have a lot of internal conflicts, how can you move forward? There's no way, right? And sometimes I know like people have their political parties that they love so much. But to me, loving a party does not make sense. You have to think about their thought process, their policy. Is it good enough or not? If it's not good, even though it's your party that you love so much, you have to admit that you're wrong. But Thailand, no. I love this party. Doesn't matter what they say, it's correct. Always. And that's not good. So for instance, in America, I like Democrats, but I'm not in agreement with all of their policy. Some policies I disagree, completely disagree. So I say, I'm not gonna agree with this policy, but the rest, they're good. Some of the Republicans, even though I hate them, but some of their thoughts are so good that I like it. So I think I agree with that one. So to me, it has to be about the ideas behind things. You have to admit like certain ideas are wrong, certain ideas are correct, and you have to be able to resolve some conflict in your mind. Like even though I like Democrats, but on this policy, Republicans actually a lot better.
How do you taking care of yourself though? A lot of people were like, it's just so impossible for me to leave the phone, alone without you, like spending 2 hours scrolling on TikTok before sleep.
Right.
But I've seen your content. You taking care of yourself very well. What are some instruction or some tips to take care better health?
It's about controlling yourself. You need to control yourself and not letting things control you. All of these are addictive. So in the old days, you always blame those who are drug addicts. Like you're addicts to this heroin, to whatever it is, like smoking. But now you're addicting to the phone and you're not blaming yourself, right? You're addicting to like sweets, cake, boba tea, but you're not restraining yourself. You are as an addict as those people who are addicted to the real drugs, right? So now you know about this. You need to control yourself better. And there's actually a study done a long time ago. Like if you are a kid who can restrain yourself from all this pleasure, before long you will advance far, far greater than your peers who cannot restrain themselves. So if you know about this fact, you want to be a better person, you have your goal in your mind, then you have to now control your crave of using this. Using the phone, playing TikToks or relaxing on the phone is not the wrong thing, but you need to control. Let's say, for instance, I will only do this for half an hour and then I'll have to quit. Doesn't matter what, I just have to put them down before bedtime for at least an hour. So the next half an hour, I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna do something light so I can relieve all the stress or some messed up things in my brain out. And then my brain is now very, very calm, ready for sleep. So I don't think about stuff when I'm going to bed.
What are the healthy way for the people who are the audience in Thailand to live and to be like healthy?
Well, food is something about a balance. You don't need to eat something fancy. Like I know people use like ketogenic diet, carnivore diet, vegan, and so on. Those are somewhat extreme to me. And eventually, if you come back to like balanced diet, that's always the best. But people always have questions like, oh, I'm having balanced diet, but I'm fat like this. I have diabetes, I have like hypertension and so on. Well, that's actually not a balanced diet. You actually imbalance yourself. That's why you're fat. That's why you're having all these health issues. And then when these people, what they are having at baseline is that they're probably tipped over to another side where things are imbalanced. But if they want to rebalance quickly, then you have to use this extreme measure like different diets. Like, okay, I'm taking ketogenic diet for 1 month now. I lost a bunch of weight, which is a good thing. But then once your scales are now more balanced, if you keep doing it, you will tip over to the other side, and then you have another set of problem. So when you're reaching the balance, then you have to resume the real balanced diet, not just the old way that you thought your diet is already balanced. It's not, right? So that's one of the things, nutrition balance. Second thing, to me, psychological balance. This is so important that most people don't talk about. So what that means is, if you crave or you like something, even though that thing is bad, if you say, I'm not gonna have this anymore in my life, eventually you'll break. And when you break, you consume a bunch of them and then you will regain all the weight you have lost. And then you will never be able to stop them again. So you have to balance your psychological stuff as well.
So we have to be disciplined, but at the same time, we have to be kind of kind to ourselves as well.
Yeah.
Take it step by step.
Correct. For instance, I eat everything. But let's say today I have too many boba tea. I'm not going to have it for a week or so. Tomorrow I might be eating more healthier food like vegetables, fish, stuff like that. Instead of, okay, I'm going to have another boba tea tomorrow. Or maybe tomorrow, having a big cake or something. I'm not going to do that.
So balancing is also a key to longevity.
Oh, of course.
I have mentioned the word longevity. What's your thought on it? A lot of people now, we have this trend of like living to like 100. What's your general opinion on that topic?
I think it's good. In the old days, people always thought about, I don't want to live that long because in their mind, they think that when they get older, they are become dysfunctional. They might not be able to do what they liked before. They cannot walk properly. Their mind is not working properly. Their memory is bad when they get older. However, if you take good care of yourself, you might not even have to experience those stuff. So maybe now you don't think about the numbers anymore. You think about the quality of life you're going to get when you exactly helping yourself in terms of health, right? So if you take good care of yourself, the number doesn't matter anymore. Maybe you live up to 120 years, but still you're very strong. You're capable of doing things that you used to be able to do when you were like 20 years old. Isn't that good? It's good, right? So longevity these days is trying to take good care of yourself in every certain aspect. Now, the problem being, people love shortcuts. For instance, if someone were to ask me about longevity, the usual question I usually get is, what should I be taking as a vitamin? What supplement do I take? Why? Because that's easy. You just put it in your mouth and that's about it. But it's not. You have to build it from the ground, the base, right? You need to have good exercise, good sleep, good stress management, good nutrition. You take care of toxic person in your life by getting rid of them. You stay more to the nature rather than social media, and you stay from drugs or stuff like that. That's the thing that you need to do, rather than, oh, what do you take for supplements? That's a wrong question to ask.
If you were to live in Thailand right now, you think it's possible to have a healthier lifestyle? Because myself, I want to have a healthy lifestyle, but for example, it's so difficult to walk because the footpath is not as good as in the US. I set myself to have like 10,000 steps a day, but most of the days I only get to like 3,000 or 5,000. It's just so difficult to reach that goal. If think about like you're living in Bangkok, what should be the healthy way to live in Bangkok?
You should always think that things are possible. It depends on whether you want to do it or not. The easier thing is, oh, I don't have time to exercise. Well, that's not true. Look at me, for instance. When I was at Harvard, I worked there for 6 years. And the work there, I have to say, is quite busy. And the one who should be saying I don't have time is me, probably. Because not only I have to teach, I have to take care of the patient, I also I have to work on my YouTube channel every single day. But I still find time to exercise. So my thought process on exercise is this. Once you are able to make time for something important, you will make time. It depends on whether you think it's important for you or not. For instance, can you make time to breathe? Yes. If you don't breathe, you die. Or if you need to do number 2, you need to do number 2 now. You cannot wait tomorrow to do number 2. It's coming. You go to the toilet, right? So this kind of motivation you need to have, because otherwise you won't be able to do it. And believe it or not, these days, living active lifestyle can make your life longer, and your quality of life is also longer. You do not have to do an exercise for extended period, like an hour or 2. These days, there's something called VILPA, which stands for Vigorously Intermittent Lifestyle Physical Activities. That tells, it's actually an experiment that's been done already, saying if you are doing something in 1 minute, you exercise for 1 minute, but you need to be very vigorous about it. For instance, you do push-up for 1 minute, you do jump squat for 1 minute, or burpee for 1 minute, and then you do this 3 times a day. It doesn't have to be all 3 together, maybe 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 sometime in the evening. If you do this, then it helps preventing non-communicable diseases that we have. As good as going for a run. It might not be as good as, but it's better than you're doing nothing, and it get very, very close to the effect of running for an hour. And do you have 1 minute, 3 times a day? You do. Just like when you take a shower, it's longer than that. You probably sing in the shower, right? If you stop singing and just do something before you go to the shower, then you probably get some exercise in.
Maybe a bit of exercise could help strengthen and longevity your life.
Yes, and this kind of exercise, you do not have to go to the gym. You don't have to do it on the footpath. You can just do it right here, right? So when I was working at Harvard, and I don't have time to go to the gym, when I was like typing patients' information, once I'm done, maybe 20 minutes, I just do jump squat over right there. 1 minute, and that's about it. It's pretty fast. And I get tired from doing it. It's very exhausting when you do it properly. You pour yourself into doing it, then you get a very good exercise out of it.
You have mentioned one of your hobbies, your YouTube.
Yes.
What have you learned from like getting into media industry, getting into being like public person on YouTube? Yeah.
Oh, a lot. Well, the first thing I learned is there are a lot of misinformation and disinformation out there. A lot. So when there are a lot of those stuff, then people start believing something that is nonsense. And sometimes it can be very harmful to you of how you take care of yourself. Let's say you've seen a lot of advertisement about, okay, take this and you live forever. Take this, your diabetes will melt away. You will no longer have any cancer in your system. People have taken this and their cancer is gone from stage 4 to like 0. There are a lot of these things. And I thought it was, this is a joke. Nobody will believe it until I start doing my YouTube channel. A lot of people are believing that. Luckily, it's not my parents or none of my family members would ever believe that. So I'm very lucky in that regards. But other family, not so much. Maybe the younger generation, they know, this is a fraud. I don't believe it. But the older generation, this is a real thing. When I go to the doctor, they give me all these chemical medicines. They want to drug me. That's why my diabetes is not cured yet. I should be taking this, right? So that's number one, like misinformation and disinformation out there is a big deal. And now everyone can be their social media. They can be a media themselves. They don't have to be like a news station or anything, right? So that's the problem. Second problem, doesn't matter what you do, there are going to be people who hate you. Always. This applies to real life. Nobody's going to like somebody all the time. Even if they are a good person, do everything perfect by the book, they will get some hate for sure. So to me, just let it go. You are the one who define yourself. You're the one who tells yourself who you are, how good you are, not the other person. I don't listen to anyone outside that say bad things about me. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. And you don't have to lower yourself down to their level to retort. You don't have to do that. Why would you do that? You're wasting your time, right? So that's number 2 that I've learned from doing this. Number 3 is people these days does not have enough concentration anymore. That's really bad because they are addictive to something very short. They want reels, shorts, very short clips. The problem with that is a couple of folds. Number 1, you lack concentration to understand the whole picture. If the problem is very complex, you won't be able to solve it. Number 2, the problem with that is you only see a very small amount of information. Sometime when you have to make decision, you need to take into account all information, all angles before you make a decision. For instance, if I ask you, I'm having belly pain for an hour now. What do I have? I don't know. right? I might be having different kind of belly pain. It might be because of appendicitis or maybe indigestion or maybe just have too much durian, those kind of things, right? So you need more information. It's just not like these days media saying, okay, you have 1, 2, 3, you're having cancer. You have these 5 signs, you have liver problem. You eat these 6 fruits, then you have kidney problem. It's not as simple as that. World is a little bit more complicated than that, and you need to know about everything before you make the informed decision on each subject. So the newer generation will have this problem. The older generation also start to have this problem as well because they're now getting addictive to, all the feeds and everything. So these are 3 things I have learned from doing YouTube.
Because when you think about it, it's social media combining with health and I think economic factors being in this factor as well. It's not a good combination, right? I mean, when we are mixing all the problem all together, we have to be very careful when consume about this content.
Yeah, we have to be very, very careful. And those who produce content like me, there is a thought process behind making a content, right? So if you want money, you want people to look at your content and watch your content, you have to make it very appealing. What do you mean by appealing? Maybe clickbait, right? Maybe falsify information to make people click on it and watch it for a long time. Maybe you make it very exciting, such as take this pill and cancer will melt away. Right? You start seeing this content more and more. But to me, I'm not gonna go down that trap because I really want to educate people. In fact, I started my YouTube channel to educate my family during COVID because there are a lot of misinformation out there in Thailand about COVID and vaccine and so on. So I asked, okay, I'm gonna make a video to educate all of you and you go watch it. And this is coming from your nephew. Don't trust anybody else except your nephew, right? So I mean good for them. So then after the YouTube channel having more followers, I said, maybe I can expand this to general public. And one of the reasons why I'm speaking Thai in my video is because I want Thai people to understand. I know not all Thai people understand English. And I know that a lot of good information probably are in English, not in Thai. And I did market research before, like I watched a bunch of channels in Thailand talking about certain topics I would like to talk about. There are a lot of issues with those content. So I said, I'm not gonna be one of those guys. I wanna make sure that my content is as good as it gets and is good for different level of understanding as well. Like for general public, for general doctors, or even specialists in one clip. And I even mentioned like, okay, this is for general public, but this section is for those who want to learn a little bit deeper. Or this one is probably for a specialist, but you can listen through if you want. You probably gain something. You're not going to harm yourself by listening to something I said. And it's always going to be a long video because I want to explain every angle, not just like, okay, do 5 things and you'll be safe. Something like that. Might not be catchy, but it's good.
Consider everything, social media and health concern. If you were to raise your son, your daughter, what would be some crucial advice and crucial principle that is in your mind before you have them?
Time. You need to be able to have time with them. Not letting AI train your kids. Not just having them watching YouTube all day long or learn from YouTube, because that's not how humans are supposed to be. If you're parents, you need to spend time playing with your kids, taking them somewhere, read books to them. Maybe they have a pet, so they have to learn how to take care of living things. They learn how to celebrate life, and they have to learn how they lost a life as well. And when they play with human being, like with kids, they're always going to be someone who win and someone who lose. They need to learn what's the frustration looks like and how to deal with it. Because eventually when they grow up to be in the real society, real world, they are not going to be successful in everything. They're going to fail in something. And how would they handle such emotion during that time is something you need to teach when they're young. You cannot teach them when they're older, right? So I would suggest before having kids, time is essential.
Is there anything you wanna address to the audience?
To me, you can be whatever you want as long as you determine to be one. So going abroad, if you want to go there strong enough, you can go there for sure. Even if you're Thai or you're Asian, you have very good capability to do very good things if you want to do it. And going abroad will broaden your horizon, as I mentioned before. And that's something very good for you. If you stay in one country, you're never going to broaden your horizon for sure. Rather than that, just try explore the world. That would be something that I would suggest. As for these days, there are a lot of misinformation out there about every single thing, not just health. You have to be aware how to look for clues that the information you're getting is not correct. So need to have critical thinking, not just let your emotions or something else cloud your mind. These days, people are being clouded by various sources of news or influencers. For instance, I never tell my audience like, okay, please like, subscribe, or follow my channel, or believe what I'm saying. I always tell them, you just listen to me and then think through it. If you believe it's good enough or you think it's useful, then you try it out first. Then you can believe it. When you believe it, some people ask me, can I share your videos or I remake your video or something? They don't even have to ask me because it's correct answer that I give them. So they can do whatever they want to try and make the world better by spreading the correct information out there. I don't have any copyright or anything that I'm going to let them, okay, don't do this because it's something I said. Well, it's a common knowledge. You can just spread it out. That's good, right? So thinking about critical thinking, very important. Take good care of yourself. You can take good care of yourself. I know people know how to take good care of themselves. They just have too many excuses. But if you really look into your future hard enough, you will know this is super important to take good care of yourself. Because otherwise, in the future, you get older, you're not able to walk, you're constrained to the bed, you're bedridden, you have diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and so on. And when you are in that situation, it is very hard to get yourself out of the situation. The best thing to do is to prevent it from happening. So you have to do it now. That's not going to be too late. Even if you're like 60 years old already, you can do it now. So that's what I would suggest to the audience.
Thank you very much for coming here and sending important message to the people and get to learn about yourself.
Thank you very much for having me today. It's been an honor.
Yes ขอบคุณมากครับหมอแทน
ขอบคุณครับ